An airport is a gateway for visitors entering the country and acts like a window for passengers on transit. The impressions created to those two groups of travelers can create long-lasting impressions of the country and hence greatly influence important decisions, such as whether to invest in a country or not.
Since opening its doors to the public in March 14, 1978, Jomo Kenyatta International Airport has established itself as a preferred Africa's premier hub and ideal getaway into and out of East and Central Africa. Over the years, there has been growing demand for the use of the airport services amidst various constraints, especially arising from congestion. Since its establishment, aircraft traffic has been rising sharply every other year. Passenger numbers continue to surge year in, year out, yet the airport infrastructure has remained unchanged. But the face of the airport and Kenya in general is all set to change for the better. JKIA is gearing up for a major facelift, the construction of a new terminal, the Greenfield Terminal.
Our intention is to make Jomo Kenyatta International Airport the most convenient, comfortable, and secure airport in Africa. Our intention is to make this airport among the world-class airports of the world.
Kenya has been built to be the hub of the East African region, all the way to Central Africa. This facility will actually confirm Kenya's place as the hub of this region.
The construction of this new Greenfield Terminal, with a capacity to handle more than 20 million passengers, and eventually a second runway that is planned for this airport, will enable Kenya attain her National Vision 2030 aspirations to be a middle-income country.
Commissioned on December 3, 2013, the 55.5 billion shilling terminal, which is equivalent to $654 million is to be built on an elongated X design, an upgrade of the open and linear design to facilitate easy and quick access and separation of both departing and arriving passengers. The terminal boasts of the largest grounds of handling passenger capacity of any single terminal in Africa and will be unrivaled in its 20 million annual passengers. The new state-of-the-art terminal separates arrivals and departure units and are served by a dedicated and elevated bus and railway line. This is key to Kenya's quest to Category 1 status by the United States Aviation Federation administration. The Greenfield Terminal design is an iconic statement for Kenya Airports Authority and Kenya as a nation, reflecting the needs of modern Nairobi. This landmark facility will afford the highest levels of comfort, bestowing a sense of place and occasion to the whole experience of passenger journeys through JKIA. Spanning 178,000 square meters, the terminal will have facilities such as 50 international and 10 domestic check-in points, 32 contact and 8 remote gates, an associated apron with 45 stands and linking taxiways, a railway terminal, a bus park, street lighting, among others.
My government is committed to making the necessary investment in aviation infrastructure so that the sector can play its rightful role in boosting the growth of our economy.
At the moment, figures from the Kenya Airports Authority (KAA), the body mandated to manage all Kenyan airports, indicate that JKIA, which has an installed capacity of 2.5 million passengers, handles on average 6.5 million passengers every year, translating to an annual passenger traffic growth rate of 12%, with expectations that numbers will hit the 25 million mark by 2025. The new 20 million passenger terminal has a capacity to handle traffic of 3,133 international passengers, 2,403 transiting passengers, and 845 domestic passengers in a typical peak hour. Kenya is well placed geographically, and thus the construction of a new terminal not only raises the status of JKIA amongst its peers, but also makes the airport an ideal gateway for Eastern and the rest of Africa. In fact, given its unique location, the airport offers a vital link between Africa and the rest of the world.
Airports today, ladies and gentlemen, are important vehicles for propelling economic growth. An airport being the first point of contact by visitors, be they tourists, businessmen and women. And the airport has a lot to tell about the community and country in which it is located. This is why, as a government, and aware that globalization is continuing to take hold, we are taking bold steps to modernize our airports and other aviation infrastructure. Keeping our country competitive is paramount, and hence the need to modernize our infrastructure.
To ensure that all developments within the airport are synchronized, Kenya Airports Authority is working with all relevant aviation authorities, and the terminal is designed as an environmentally sustainable building and will be certified by the World Green Building Council using either the Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design or Green Star certification processes. The dream of flying directly to far-flung destinations like the United States of America is not far from becoming a reality with this new terminal. For the airline operators, horticulture farmers, service providers, the manufacturing industry, and other exporters and importers, JKIA presents immense opportunities as it now opens Kenya to new frontiers. Set to be complete by 2017, the 20 million passenger Greenfield Terminal is part of the medium to long-term plans to address passenger congestion by expanding and modernizing JKIA. The construction of Terminal 4, an interim terminal, redesign of Terminals 1, 2 and 3, the construction of a second runway, and remote aircraft parking stands and busing gates are among other projects lined up by KAA to ensure that JKIA ideally becomes the gateway for Africa.